Howdy. Thanks for the click. So you want to install gauges in a spot where it wasn't meant to have gauges. Or it is very difficult to access behind them. Or maybe you're just lazy. What do? I'll tell you what I did. Why, glue it, of course. No one said I shouldn't. When I bought my 1962 delivery van, it was originally a radio delete, and then a previous owner drilled some holes with a paddle bit and an opening cut with a can opener. So that gave me the go-ahead to butcher it even more. I decided to weld a piece of sheet metal with my cheap flex core welder. How do you like my special ornamental welding effect? Well, never mind that. This video is not about welding. So let's say you have your holes drilled. Gauges are all wired up, and maybe the mechanical oil pressure and temperature lines. Now you have to break your fingers and do wrist and arm yoga to reach behind the gauges and see with your fingers to get the tiny nuts on the tiny bolts that hold the U-bracket that keeps slipping off. You can also try laying on your back on the dirty floor with stuff falling on your face, or there may not even be a way to access behind the gauges where you want to install them. So, here's a very unorthodox solution. I am probably going to get a lot of hate mail about this. Hot glue the gauges in place. You may be thinking, I live in a hot place and my car interior temperature will melt the glue. The melting temperature for hot glue sticks, I'm told, is between 250 and 375 degrees. If your car gets that hot, this may not be the solution for you. And how do I remove the gauges later if I want? I did an experimental install and removal. Install was easy. Apply some glue around the back side of the face, put it in place, and hold it for a bit. There it is, nice and snug. Then I tried removing it. Using a heat gun, I carefully heated the area around the gauge, moving the heat gun around so not to sit in one spot very long. I was able to remove the gauge as the glue temperature went over 150 degrees Fahrenheit, so this possibly may not last the Texas summer. Now let me remind you of the disclaimer in the intro, and do this at your own discretion. Some gauges may not react positively. Will this work long term? Or even through the summer? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.